Alright, so let's start making this scene. So first go to Edit, Preferences, and search for Landscape and enable this ANT Landscape add-on. Now press Shift A, go to Mesh and select Landscape. So here you get this default mountain. Go to Operator Presets here and select River. Now create a sphere. So Shift A, Mesh and UV sphere. Scale it down S and Shift H to isolate it and press Alt Z to X-ray mode. Tab, go to Edit and just delete the center faces. Press 3 to select faces. Drag select and XF. Now Alt Z again, press 2 for edges, Alt click to select the edges, Shift Alt click for the edge loops and go to edges and bridge edge loops. So it creates a hole. Shade smooth and select it, go to object data properties and in normals select auto smooth. Now press Alt H. Now let's position this sphere. So select it, G, drag in Z direction. At this point I'll create the camera. So find a good front angle somewhere around here and press Ctrl Alt 0 and it will drag the camera to this position. Now you can go to options and in here you can select in the view option lock camera to view. Now you can drag your view and select the best perspective. Now at this point I'll just select the camera and go to camera settings here and decrease the focal length to be about 30. Now again zoom in a bit so it's a wider perspective, and also here in the output properties I'm going to give the X resolution to be about 2600 and the Y resolution to be about 1200. So this becomes a really wide scene. Alright, so now to make this scene look even bigger we need something smaller so that we can create a sense of scale. So that is going to be a character and I'm gonna grab this character from Mixamo. So let's go to Mixamo, and when you log into Mixamo you can go to characters and in here you can select different characters and use them in your projects. So I have selected this this Vanguard, and once you select this go to animations and you can search different animations like idle. We just want our character to be standing there, so select this idle pose and here it is and just download it. So now let's import our character. Go to File, Import and FBX and here it is idle and it is really big, so just S to scale it down and scale it really small, something like that. And now press 0 to go to camera view. Here it is. Now just position the character somewhere around here. I'll drag a new window and in this window I'll press 0. So this is my view and I'll work in this 3D viewport. And whenever you are selecting the character, make sure that you select the armature, not the skin, because if you select the skin and try to move it, it will go weird because it is linked to the armature. To snap the character onto this ground, you can come here and select this snap to face option and turn this magnet button on. So now if you press G, it will snap onto the surface. So let's place it somewhere here. Rotate in Z direction. And now let's position our sphere as well. Okay, so here I have finalized the position. I have scaled the character a little bit less and just scaled this up, and let me add some more. So edit the sphere, select the corner edge loops, so Alt select this one and Alt Shift select this one and press Ctrl B to bevel these, something like this. Great. Alright, so now let's make the cloud type of texture that will surround our character. So to make it, just select our sphere, go to edit mode and press 3 to select faces and alt click the inner faces. So this select the complete loop and shift D to duplicate these, press escape and go to mesh and separate selection. So now this set of faces becomes another object. Get out of the edit mode, select this, and now we want to move this cylinder in this direction. And to make the gimbal lock to this orientation, let's go to edit mode, select one of the faces and come here to this gimbal setting and click on this plus icon. So now it adds this face for the orientation. Now get out of the edit mode and now you can see the gimbal orients in this direction. Now just pull this out somewhere like this. Go to edit mode and press 1 for vertices, select all the vertices and scale the vertices so that our character is completely within this range, something like this. Great. Now let's add another sphere over our sphere. So Shift A, mesh, go to UV sphere, scale it down a bit and shade smooth. Now to snap it over to this one, just select it and shift select the target and go to object, snap, selection to active. So now it sits on top of the previous one. Press Alt Z to see the X-ray mode and just scale it down a bit. Okay, so now we need to fill our background with more mountains and valleys. So let's duplicate this one and just drag it behind so that it makes a little bit of infinite look. Duplicate and drag. Yeah, it looks great now. And now let's add some more mountains. So Shift A, mesh, and again landscape. Let's place these mountains in far background. Scale those up and rotate according to the position. You can create variety in the mountains. So again, let's create a landscape, and this time you can create a different type of mountain with this random seed. So this changes the shape. So create different mountains like this and just place them in the background. Alright, so here I have filled my scene. You can see I have scaled these mountains up a bit and placed them really far in the distance, so it creates a really good sense of scale. Now let's create some materials for our objects, and to do that I am going to use the Blender Kit add-on. You can enable it and you can access it from here. Here you can see Blender Kit. Now go to materials and search for snow, and here you can use any of this snow material. However, I am going to use this stylized snow 2 by Julio. To use it, just select, click and drag over to your object. It will download and get applied to your object. Similarly, search for water, and I'm going to use this water material. Select and drag over to the river object. Similarly, select and search for cloud. So here we have this really good planetary cloud material by Fractal Forge. So drag it on the upper sphere, so it gets applied. So if you select the object, you can see here the material is planetary clouds, and I'm going to apply the same material to this object as well. So select it and apply the planetary cloud. To apply the same material to multiple objects, what you can do is just select all the objects. Like I want to apply the snow material to all these, so select all these and keep selecting, shift all these, and in the last select the main object which has the material, so this one, and press Ctrl L and select link materials. Alright, so now let's make the material for our main sphere, and to make it simple I have separated this inner face set into a separate object. So this one we are going to give a new material, and that's gonna be our emission. So just give it a red emissions shader and select the main sphere and give this one a kind of metallic look, so metal 1, and bring the main color down like this. Alright, so now let's create the lighting for our scene. So I am using the Cycles X version, and it's an experimental Blender 3.0 build. You can download it from the Blender site. It's a bit faster than the regular Cycles, however you can use the regular one also. So you can see in the render settings I am using Cycles, and device I am using GPU compute, and in the viewport shading I am using denoising with optics on and start sample 6. So now let's go to shading, and here if you turn on the viewport shading, this is how our scene looks now, because there's no lights and we only have the emission on this object. So let's create environment light. So go to world, and in world setting we don't need this background, so delete it and press Shift A and search for sky. So let's select the sky texture and plug the color to surface. So this is the sky settings, and you can play with these. However, the best settings that work for me are these ones. So I'm going to plug this one. So you can see I have positioned the sun according to the light. So you can set these settings: sun elevation 2.1 and rotation -119, altitude 5. These are the air, dust and ozone values. So this is how it looks. Alright, so now let's add some more lighting here. So go to layout, and I'm going to create two lights, one spotlight and one area light. So let's add spotlight and just position it according to this. So move it around here and just position it somewhere like this. Now just increase the power to about 1500 because it's a large scene, and just add color, go to shading. So this is how it looks, and just to increase the light a bit more in the local region, I'm going to add another light that is going to be my area light. So move the area light up and select it, go to shape and select disk, scale it down a bit, move it in the center, and again just make it look towards our object like this. And increase its power to about 500, and just copy the same color to this light. So select the previous light, go to this color bar, and with your mouse over this color press Ctrl C, go to the other light and again your mouse over this color, just press Ctrl V and it pastes the same color. Go to rendering. So this is how it looks. Alright, so now let's add one more thing just to make the environment look good. So Shift A and add a cube and scale the cube to fill our complete scene. So you can press S and Shift Z so that it scales in X and Y, and just move it in the place. Now let's go to shading, and in here with our cube selected, just create a new material and delete the principled BSDF, and Shift A, add the principled volume, plug the volume to volume and just decrease the density to about 0.015. So this adds fog to our scene and it creates a sense of depth and scale. So this is how it looks without fog, and this is how it looks with fog. Alright, so this is my final scene. This is how it looks, and these are my render settings. So we have already created the 2600 by 1200 resolution, and I am using the cycles render, and I am using 500 samples with denoising on with optics, and this is how the final render looks. So this is how you can create some simple basic scenes. Now I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.